Paris, the city of light, a place of romance, beauty, and unspeakable darkness. Beneath the charm of its streets lies a horror story so grotesque it earned a man the name Dr. Satan. Tonight you'll walk through his shadows with me, but I warn you, by the end, you may wish you never heard his name. He was once just Marcel Petiot, a respected doctor. His smile promised care, his hands promised healing. But behind that gentle mask hid something far darker, something patient, something hungry. They called him doctor, but he was studying death, not in textbooks, but in the bodies of those who trusted him. World War II gave him cover. While Paris burned under occupation, Petiot thrived in chaos. He promised safety to those who feared the Nazis. "Come with me," he said. "I will help you escape." But his home was no refuge. It was a slaughterhouse, hidden in plain sight. Desperate people came to him with money, jewelry, hope clutched tight in their hands. He promised them freedom across the border. But each time the door closed behind them, their journey didn't begin, it ended. The doctor's promise was a lie, whispered with a smile that concealed their death sentence. His house on Rue Le Sueur. From the outside, it was ordinary, but inside, the walls breathed horror. Hidden rooms, sealed doors, a furnace that devoured flesh until nothing was left. Imagine walking into that house, not knowing you would never walk back out. Neighbors whispered of strange smells, of smoke that burned with something too heavy to be wood. At night, they swore they heard muffled cries, dragging footsteps, then silence. Always silence. But fear kept their mouths shut. They lived beside a nightmare and chose to look away. In 1944, police broke into his house. What they found would scar them for life: rooms filled with body parts, quicklime-covered remains, the stench of hell itself. Petiot had killed not a handful, but dozens, perhaps hundreds. Paris gasped. They had lived beside a monster, but Petiot was clever. For months, he vanished into the city's underbelly. When they finally caught him, he smiled. A smile not of fear, but of victory, as if being caught was just another game he had already won. The trial became a spectacle. Survivors, witnesses, endless horror read aloud in court. Petiot sat listening, his eyes cold, his lips sometimes curling into laughter. The judge called him a murderer. The press called him Dr. Satan, and Petiot never once denied it. When asked why, Petiot said he killed Nazis and traitors. A patriot, he claimed, but the evidence screamed otherwise. These weren't enemies of France. These were desperate innocents who trusted him. His lies were as sharp as his knives, slicing truth into pieces. Justice was swift. He was sentenced to death. As the words echoed through the courtroom, Petiot smiled once more. Not anger, not regret, just hunger. A hunger that prison walls could not cage. On May 25th, 1946, the blade fell. The monster was gone, or so they believed. Witnesses said his head landed with that same smile, frozen forever, as if death wasn't punishment. As if it was? Release. But legends don't die with the body. In whispers across Paris, people still speak his name. Some claim to see him in dreams, standing at their bedside with that same smile. Some say the smell of burning still drifts from Rue Le Sueur, long after the fire should be cold. Even today, his story lingers like poison. Was Marcel Petiot merely a man consumed by greed and madness? Or was he something far worse? Evil wearing human skin? The records say he's gone. But when the night grows too quiet and the shadows feel too close, ask yourself, what if Dr. Satan never left?